Hey everybody, Jake, your resident content cowboy here. We have all of this Duraludon footage, so let's take a look at it. Let's go over moves and everything. I saw brief snippets of this, but I wanted to save it for this video while we go through it together. Let's take a look. Obviously, there's that Stealth Rock we saw from earlier, and that move right there that seems to take the aura from the Stealth Rock that you're able to generate and sort of activate it, probably dealing damage. I saw this a little earlier. You hit someone with this move, and then you can see they are marked with Duraludon's little icon there. That's really interesting. And then you almost... Yeah, this move is the one I'm thinking of. You kind of become a siege turret almost, it looks like, just dealing a ton of damage. So those look like two different moves right there. And we of course, are going to look at the longer gameplay in this video where they show off the moves a little bit more. But it looks like we've got sort of the mark here, which might be laser focus. And then we've got this move right there where we sort of become this bigger cannon. Now, I don't know if the bigger cannon move is the laser focus and the other move is something else. I'm not sure yet. We've got the scoring animation. And then we have the Unite move. So I thought the other move that we saw in the original trailer was the Unite move. It is not. The Unite move is this. We have this laser beam shoots out in front of you. So I don't know if you target it in front of you and that deals a bulk of the damage, or if everyone gets damage after this ring explodes. It looks to me like it's concentrated damage in front of you, and then something is happening with this ring around Duraludon. That's just a little character spotlight from the main Pokemon Unite account. But let's head over to the Japanese account right here, where they have an in-depth look at this character. So let's start it off. I can't wait. You can see here it uses its Unite move. And one interesting thing about this character is right now it looks like if you take a look at the moves here, the Unite move is the same image as Garchomp's, and the Stealth Rocks are the same, and I think Swift is the same as Eevee's Swift. So I'm wondering if those are just placeholder moves right there. Let's take a look. All right. And I should probably, I'm going to replace this with some other sound here probably pretty soon. We can hear it. It's not a big deal. It's just they're speaking Japanese. I'm not sure what they're saying. But obviously they're saying that Duraludon is coming. It's coming on the 14th. That image says the 15th. The 14th, probably over here in the States. 15th for them, it looks like. All right, we're looking at the moves here, and he's got his face over on the right. So I will do the same thing, so I'm not trying to block anything on this video here. So looking at his moves, we can see the Stealth Rock, we can see the Swift-like move, and we can see its Unite move there. Again, these all look like placeholders right now. So this is that interesting move that we saw in the trailer, where... that first kind of reveal trailer from the Pokemon Presents, where it charges up and it does a big burst of energy around it, and it looks like what it's doing is activating all of the orbs it has created on enemies and doing extra damage. You could see there, though, look at that. Look at the range of it. It drew aggro from everyone, from Rotom, from the Apoms, from the Corphish. Everybody was hit by this move, so huge range right there. Yeah, now we're seeing those orbs. So with every basic attack you see, it's generating orbs. I don't know if it's up to 5. Can there be more than that? Is that 6? 1, 2, 3. I can't tell if it was 5. Woof! How much damage was that? Now, obviously, this is a level 15 Duraludon. Did that look like 5? And then once it gets 6, it gets this ring around it. So you know that it's fully charged once it has this little ring around it. That's a really cool indicator of just letting you know, hey, that Cramorant right there is fully stacked up, and now you can use your ability. Let's try to look at the damage here. I'm going to try to go frame by frame as we look at this damage, just bit by bit. So the explosion happens. It looks like it radiates out. And the second this wave hits Char... we have 283 damage, or 263? Yeah. First hit, 263. Now, that might just be what it hits everybody at, and then it gets the each charge, 325, 325, 325, 325, 325, and 386. So it looks like it did a tick of damage for every single charge that you had on someone. And that's a lot, right? I mean, what, like, you know, if it's just 300 times 6, that's 1,800 damage, right? That's huge. That's a huge amount of damage. Now imagine that you've marked multiple enemies around you. And look at the range on it. That's something to notice also. So, yeah, you mark a bunch of enemies around you, but look how big it is. This could be one of those moves that if you're able to stay alive long enough in a Zapdos fight or a team fight around Dreadnought or something, all of a sudden you unleash this attack, which I've heard some people say might be Metal Sound or something like that. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. But look at the damage on that. And of course, yeah, it's still drawing the aggro of everybody's running in at it. Tons of damage there. And yeah, it does crit with its basic attacks. This is something we expected, that it was going to critically hit, especially having laser focus. But, you know, having a long-range Pokemon like this that critically hits is very cool. I wonder if any of those orbs can critically hit. We haven't seen one critically hit yet. I would kind of doubt it, but it would be interesting to see. So here we have the Stealth Rock. And that also generates the little orbs around the enemy. Huh. Oh, wow. Okay. So, oh, wow. That Charizard couldn't see the Stealth Rock, right? Yeah, so, okay. This is from the Charizard's perspective right here. There are Stealth Rocks in front of him, but these rocks, these Stealth Rocks, listen up. Everybody, you got to listen to me here. These Stealth Rocks are actually stealth, okay? I didn't expect that. All right, here we go. So yeah, Charizard walked into him, didn't know they were there. So now you're creating these environmental hazards, and we saw it had a charge of 3. You're creating these environmental hazards, and the enemy does not know about them. That could create some insanely interesting plays. Wow. Look at our boy. So here we are in the center. Look at this, by the way. The mini-map, it has Garchomp on the mini-map. So obviously, all these little things are placeholders here. We have the Garchomp Unite is a placeholder. The Stealth Rocks are a placeholder. Swift is a placeholder. And even on the mini-map up there in the top right, Garchomp is there on the mini-map. That's pretty funny. Okay. It's just cool to see how game development goes, right? They're like, yeah, we're still putting the art together for this thing. Yeah. So you've got, look at this. You're setting up all these Stealth Rock, and now people are coming in for this fight. I don't know how long they last, but look at this. And then a Unite, and then boom. Now I didn't see. I just want to go back there because so much damage happened. I didn't see a critical hit, and I don't expect to, but I was just wondering if any of these moves critically hit. So far, we're not seeing the Stealth Rocks critically hit. I don't think I saw the Unite move critically hit there either. I just want to kind of look at that. So we're going to go real slow through this because I'm very fascinated by the idea of a special attacker, ranged Pokemon that's dealing critical hits. And I just want to see what inside of it can critically hit. So just moving through it frame by frame. I'm not seeing any critical hits. There are damage numbers popping off. Oops. Here comes our Unite move. And this is, okay, so this will give us a good idea. It's rearing back, and it's going to shoot the Unite. I believe it's the beam in front of it does initial damage. So yeah, that beam does 800 damage, about. Oh, but the beam swings around. So look, as we're looking through this frame by frame, the beam is swinging around. So it's very possible that first beam does deal damage there, but it just swings all the way around here. So it probably hits everybody. Beam is swinging around all the way. Boop, boop, frame by frame. I love that I'm going through this like people go through, you know, like the Zapruder film and stuff like that. Like, some people are trying to figure out who assassinated JFK, and I'm like, does this Unite move hit twice with a laser beam? Okay. And actually, interestingly enough, it does, it looks like. Look, it comes back, it hits Absol again, And that might be the only one it gets again. But I think that Unite move hit Absol twice, I think. And now we can see it's using its immediately, oh, now it sends out its Shockwave. That Shockwave is hitting everyone as well. So are we seeing that Absol was hit 3 times, or is that the Shockwave that hit it twice? I'm not sure, but I think Absol was hit 3 times by this move. We can see a basic attack immediately from Duraludon. And they're all trying to run from it, and now we get to see this big Unite move. Or not this big Unite move, but this big, what we think might be Metal Sound, right? Here we go. And yeah, here it goes. You charge it up, and actually, you'll notice it charges up while this Pokemon's moving. This all happens so fast. Big Unite, then a burst. So it's Laser Beam, spins around, it looks like it hits Absol twice, then a big burst. Then as this Pokemon is chasing in, it's charging up as it's moving, notice that. So you don't have to stand still with this charge. You run at the enemy, and then boom. Wow. I didn't see any critical hits on any of the moves there. Huh. Perfect. Yeah. Wow. Isn't it funny that they just do a slow motion right after I do it? They're like, I bet you're going to want to see that in slow motion. Yes, you're right. Okay. So that's one move set that we've seen here. We're heading into a match. It has, look, it has like moves from characters. It's not set up correctly. It has Machamp's moves. It has Zeraora's Slash, it looks like. Running Muscle Band, Focus Band, Buddy Barrier, pretty common for most characters. Any ranged attacker, they really get a lot out of Muscle Band there. So it's early moves. Let's see what we've got here. Looks like it has pretty good range. That's a big range on this character. Ooh, there's that laser focus, right? We just saw that. I think we just saw laser focus pop here. I'm not sure why. Oh, it was one of its moves, maybe? So, okay. So it looks like it hits Talon with one of its moves, and then we see those eyes, the same eyes that we saw in the reveal, in like the sneak poster. Like, who is this? So it hits with one of its moves. That, okay. I'm not sure what move that is. That just looks kind of like a little bit of a slash or something. But while it happens, oh, never mind. It's using both of its moves. It's a little hard to see because they have this big box of text that's covering the moves here. But it's using both of its moves here. So it's hitting with one thing that looks kind of like a little bit of a slash that just kind of goes out in front of it there. Yeah. It's just like a wave of damage that moves out in front of it. Now, I don't know what it does to the enemy. But right there, it uses its second move, which is a buff. And this buff gives it those laser focus eyes. So I'm guessing it can critically hit more now. But it just kind of runs away. So I'm not sure. Its boosted attack looks like it goes through multiple enemies. That's pretty cool. Oh, that was interesting. So we saw it get tackled right there. It did not get knocked up. Yeah. And yeah. And you'll notice also in the bottom right. So it's weird. It shows Lucario's Steadfast as an ability, which I'm guessing it looks like it moves between two abilities. People have been wondering if it has its abilities from the game. It's like light metal and heavy metal, I believe. So we can see here it has in the bottom right, it has Lucario's little passive up there, whatever that means. It's probably saying, you know, one of its abilities is, or one of its passives is up. And when it gets hit by this snore here, it's hard to see, but in the bottom right, we see it pop up a little thing. Let me move my face here. So all the way in the bottom right under this dude's face, and now away from my face, you could see this little icon pop up. Let me just go back here so people can see the difference. So right there we have Lucario's Steadfast, and all the way in the bottom right of your screen, you're seeing it there. That's its little passive. And then once it gets hit by Snorlax here, it changes to something else with a bit of a cooldown there, and it does not get knocked up. So I'm not sure if that's something that stops, you know, that stops any type of status effect, or if it just stops knockups, or it stuns. I'm not sure what it stops there, but we can see Steadfast is now back. And I'm going to move my camera once again. I'll try to get up right on this dude's face because they know that this dude's face is not covering anything. So I'm right on this dude's face right now. Yeah, once again, another knock-up, and it doesn't stop it. So it had the mark of the other passive there. Another knock-up does not stun it here. And there's that move from Duraludon. It seemed to have a pretty low cooldown, huh? Wow. Wow. Jeez. Now, obviously, they're showing this character off, so they want to show it working really well. But I mean, jeez. All right, let's look through this encounter here, because that's a lot. Okay. So this burst, which we think I'm not sure, Dragon Pulse, Metal Sound. Again, I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments. I don't know the names of the moves. We're seeing it's going to hit Snore, hit him again, and it's got 3 ticks on it, 4 ticks on it, 5, and then now you can see it's got the ring on it. Now this is when it's going to do the most damage with this ability. It's got the ring on Snorlax. All of its orbs are floating around it, and then we see it. Oh, it's same thing with Talon, and boom, huge damage from that Metal Sound. And it looks like, does it have a 5-second cooldown? That's pretty low. It has a 10-second cooldown, but as soon as it gets that KO, it drops to 5 seconds. Interesting. Yeah, it got a KO and it dropped it to 5 seconds. KO drops to 5. So every KO you get with it, it looks like it refreshes it. Wow, so this is the kind of Pokemon that can really go on a spree. Like a huge KO spree. Wow. Really interesting. Yeah, Talon gets it. Okay. Showing it get KO'd there. They're like, hey, it gets KO'd. And actually, you look at it, it does look like it took a good amount of damage here. It's pretty low health. It's pretty low health. So, it's an attacker. We can't expect it to have huge defenses. It looks like it would because it looks like, you know, a big old fridge, but... All right, let's see what we got here. So, there's its Unite move again. And yeah, the big thing with this Unite move is it's also marking the enemies here. So you're able to mark them and then do your sort of big burst damage. Yeah, right there. You get 6, boom. And then if you know you're getting the KO, you can basically use it and then boom, use it again. Here it comes. Boom. Jeez. Jeez, look at that. Woof. This is going to be fun. This is going to be really fun to use. Looks like it's got decent clarity. Yeah, we could see those critical hits here. So they said they had no critical hit items is what they were showing. They're running a muscle, focus, buddy barrier, and it's still critically hitting. So this is a special attacking ranged Pokemon with critical hits. At least we believe it's special attacker, right? I think they've said it is. Now I'm actually not sure. Is it special attacker? I believe they said it was. I'm wondering if they're going to show the other moveset here, because we've seen this moveset a lot. And yeah, here are those stealth rocks. Yep. They're setting up a little trap for the enemy. I mean, yeah. Boom. Big damage. They go. Very cool. Now, it also gets a big boost of speed and healing and self-healing when it uses that move, huh? Or did it use its Unite move and I didn't see it? No, it gets like a big burst of speed when it uses this. So not only does it KO people, it just sets itself up to KO everyone again. Jeez. Oh, here we go. This is the other moveset that we were looking at here. So this move you can kind of see. Let's go through this one a little bit. This is the one we saw in the other trailer. So let's see. We can see the arrows behind Duraludon letting you know that you're going to kick back when you use this. And this is the move I believe that marks the enemy. Kind of a swipe. Oh, okay. And you're swashing around with your tail. Is that like a dragon tail? I don't know. I don't. There's a knock-up attached to it as well. And then from this, you're using your other move, right? Yeah, so you're using both moves here. We've got this knock-up and then right into this move that turns you into basically a big cannon. And that move deals damage as well. So when you move yourself into that form, it deals damage and it stuns. Now, I don't know if it stuns because anytime an enemy is marked, you stun them with any next move here. But you can look at this, and now it's kind of firing out of its mouth here. I don't know if this is, Steel Beam, if that's like their version of it. Boom. And this move, it's hitting multiple times here. How many times is it hitting? Oops. It's hitting once, twice with a critical hit, a third time, a fourth time that's a critical hit, a fifth time. Now, I don't know if some of that is from the muscle band. It's probably one of the hits from the muscle band for sure, right? Hitting again. No critical hits on that one. So this seems to all be possibly just based on your basic attacks. 1,000 damage on the critical hit. I'm guessing in this form, your critical hit chance goes way up. That's what I'm gathering. It could just be lucky, numbers popping up, but I'm guessing your chance to critically hit goes way up in this form. But you're also probably stationary. Another big blast here. Yeah, it looks like it's hitting multiple times with a higher likelihood of critical hits. That's what I would gather from this move here. Very cool. Yeah, to me that looks possibly like, you're swiping your tail. Maybe that's Iron Tail or something like that. Oh, they blew the whistle on us. They said, hey, that's enough. We're blowing the whistle on you, Jake. All right. Yeah, they're saying the 15th, which for us is the 14th. Very nice. All right. Sayonara. Cool. Very awesome. Well, I would love to hear what you think in the comments. Obviously, this was a deep dive into everything we know about Duraludon right now. We might know more come Friday because I think the game is getting a patch, which could also mean that we see some updates added into the game and maybe some people out there who mine things in a data way will have some more information. But right now we know a lot about Duraludon. I think it looks really sick. I would love to know your thoughts. Let me know what you think the moves are. And of course, let me know what you think of this Pokemon. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I love you all. I'll see you very, very soon. I was just going to say, I will see you very next time. I'll see you all very next time.